It's been a very good conversation with you, Bruce. Um, yeah, we're gonna talk this maybe under 5 minutes or 10
Okay.
minutes, and let me move on to the next topic real quick. All right, gentlemen, you're still on to BTS podcast. My name is Beno and I have my man right here, Bruce, the one and only Nana Eze. And we've been rubbing minds on some issues that is affecting Africans in United States. We've talked about information hoarding. We've discussed relationship. Now, to round it up tonight, you want something, bro?
No, no, I'm good.
Now, to round it up tonight, we're gonna talk about credit card management.
Hey, you don't set to.
Ogbele, right?
Hey,
What I don't get, what I don't pass, Gary.
no be your money be that to.
All right, all right. We're gonna talk about credit card management. Now, for those who are living in United States, London, Canada, we all know what we're talking about when we talk of credit card. For those who don't live in this world where we are, credit card is just like your ATM card, but actually it's a form of loan that the bank gives to you, and there's gonna be some interest on that loan.
Now
So,
bank money, oh,
Baba,
spend wisely.
now, for everybody who lives in United States, you need a credit card to build your credit. There is no way you can buy house, you can buy car, or you can do anything tangible. If you're gonna lend money, if you don't have the money you're on your own and you want to borrow that money, you're gonna need credit card because with the credit card comes your credit score, and everything in United States boils down to your credit score. In fact, it be like
It's
say
some kind of form of ID too, like bank ID. Like that's
yes,
how bank know that you exist.
you are credit
You're
worthy.
credit worthy.
Yeah.
You know, essentially, if you want to do big business or want to lend money
Hmm.
or borrow money, so I rather it's some kind of credit
So
score.
so now the point we try to make is that credit card can make you successful in United States. And at the same time, credit card can ruin you. So it all boils down to how do you manage your credit card. Everybody at one point or the other, they all have credit card. I have mine. I can tell Bruce we have his. If you don't have credit card, you will have line of credit. There's just gonna be something that you are using in building your credit.
Unless you're a multi-billionaire that a multi-millionaire could buy your own house cash or buy a
Yes,
car. Yeah,
so
otherwise you
if you
need
be
some kind of credit.
Odogu,
Yeah.
Odogun, or you are a Nigerian politician, the money they flow.
Yes,
Abi,
that's another one.
yeah, that's it. Or God bless you, you are in United States, you have a very good job, you're making six figures, and
Still, you still need like, you're making six figures. You're gonna someone is making six figures who want to buy a big house. Like,
they
where you
still
get that
gonna
money?
they still gonna need loan, right?
You need money.
Okay. So you see what we're talking about now. Credit card is a very important topic. Our time is fast spent. I'm gonna bring Bruce back, or maybe when I go for boys hangouts in Bruce house, I will just take the whole
Oh, we
studio.
could shush like 5 minutes now.
Okay, I will take the whole studio there and we talk about it. So now, for those who are watching BTS podcast, please subscribe if you are new to our station. BTS podcast is actually a podcast we use in order to educate each other. And we also want to bridge the gap between Africans in diaspora and Africans in the continent of Africa. So if you are new, please like, share the video, and leave a comment. Now, quickly, Bruce, talking about this credit card, can you quickly run through those things that you can enjoy in United States if you have a very good credit score?
Uh, your okay. Number one, it's your interest rate is gonna be low. Whatever it is they're trying to borrow.
Yes.
Let's say you want to buy a car on credit, your interest rate is gonna be low.
Yeah.
Buying a house, your interest rate is gonna be low. You find cheap tickets. You could mostly everything you're doing, it's gonna be low interest. And banks are gonna see you as someone that they could trust. They could give their money, that you're prudent with money. You're not gonna waste your money. So
Yeah.
they say you want to start a business. They could give you, depends on your credit score, you could get on total amount of money as a credit line because they've seen you've been financially responsible, and
Yeah.
that's not easy to do in America. Trust me. When they give you credit card and you see credit card at $20,000,
Bruce, no,
there's
no.
a there's a tendency for you to go and start buying the whole world, thinking that your money. I've done that. You've done, well, not up to $20,000, but when you see I'm not on this credit card,
Oh,
you
man.
get a swipe. I'm like saying that your papa get them.
So make I tell you what happened to me when I first come to America. After 1 year, after a year in America, when I've stayed consistently on my job and
Hmm.
everything was fine, this bank started sending credit card letters to my house.
Hmm.
You are pre-approved for for
Start
500. You
500.
are pre-approved for 800. You are doing this way. So
Just they
um
collect them.
my guy, you know how they go now. First 2 years in America, you know, say now Kwangba. So money no they reach. All the work while they do, the money no reach. So I know even they get CV. So now I say, okay, either they send this card come now, make I begin.
They swipe them.
Even if not $50, that was the idea initially. Like,
Hmm.
okay, even if not $50, when I broke, I would just use them. So I collected about $500 almost at the same time. Then after a while, the credit they started raising
The amount.
the amount.
Mhm.
So I will check and the thing has gone up. Then now, sometimes while I go just go, you know how Nigeria they be now, especially
That's how it starts.
when you don't date US after one
That's
year,
how it
people will begin
starts.
call. So when the call started coming, today, oh, Papa don't enter Conga, oh, we need to bring Papa come out for Conga. Now, so I go spend my own money, I go send them, then
Hey,
come take the credit
card
card,
parents.
they survive.
A parent.
My brother,
It's in the pile up.
my brother. When it go reach like 2 years,
You go see say you don't own like 40,000. Your head go they wonder how I take spend this kind of money. When did I spend this money?
you know the worst part was that now I'm being paid at my regular job,
Mhm.
but nothing is left because these
You're
credit card
paying your
company are
debts.
there. They
And it's kind of hard to escape. It's not
Lord
hard to
of mercy.
escape. Like you said, things come up.
Yep.
You know, to me, I don't know how people that I'm trying. I'm not using too much of credit card. I try not to.
Yeah.
But things come up all of a sudden. Like, this credit card though.
Make I just use
make I
as
just
more.
use
I
am.
go work and back. When I do overtime like 2-3 weeks,
I'm not saying
I'll
it's
put am
easy.
back.
It's not easy. Just you gotta watch it.
Yeah.
You gotta really watch, because I know emergencies come up. You know, somebody might call you, hey, they do surgery, so, and that period now maybe you just paid off all your bills and you did some certain things and there's nothing left. I was like, you go look that credit card, look at, well, don't do me. I don't look credit card, look and put them back, look and put them back.
One time now you say, make I swipe and smile.
And there's this.
Oh man,
it's like a two-way. There's this fulfilling and then regret thing that you feel once you swipe a card.
Yes.
You swipe them, say, okay, why this one not settle. Then after a while, you
this.
start regret. Why did I do this?
Mm.
And then all of a sudden, the thing goes away when you want to swipe it again.
Mm.
You know, it's kind of hard to escape. You know, you just
Yeah,
you gotta be very careful. You gotta watch it.
difficult. Now, just to round up, can you just share some tips on how people can manage their credit card in a way that they're going to have good credit score? That is, if the purpose of having the credit card is to build their credit. So, what I know you are not an expert, but from our own experience, our own don't pass expert. I tell people all the time, say, me, I not be expert, but I be life
see what
expert.
they do now, because some credit cards, that's how they get you to.
Yeah.
They offer you points. If you spend so amount of money, you get points back, and you start spending without even paying a thing off. So what I started doing just recently, if I want to pay, let's say I want to pay for something,
Okay.
I have $60 to spend on that thing. I'll probably use my credit card and pay that $60. Once I they reach out, I they pay the $60 immediately. I know they even wait till the due date. Because
Okay.
once you wait to the due date, you have a
That's
tendency to
when,
forget it.
yes, and then you have late payment.
So once I'm going to store to buy groceries, I take my credit card. I have points. If I spend so amount of money, you get points. The money where I want you to pay that grocery day,
Yeah.
I swipe my credit card. As I they reach house, I they log in, yeah, pay it back immediately. I just started doing it.
Okay.
So I paid back not the next day, that same day as I they go house. If I they reach house, that's the
Yeah.
number one thing why they do. Because if you leave one day, leave 2 day, they go.
Then it
The
pilots
next day you
because
go
of
swipe another money go they climb. At least I started doing that. I don't know how. Let me see how long it lasts. I'm not saying I'm an expert on it.
okay.
So let me see how that works for me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I've been doing that for like a couple of months now. So I do it, I paid off. Do it, I paid off. Do it. Let me make they pay the one why they pay.
Yeah.
Make I not pile up a new one.
As for me, what I learned, when I was planning that we might probably have to buy a house.
Mhm,
So the first thing I did was to take care of my credit.
mhm,
So what I did, I went to my bank
mhm,
and I asked them, when is the date you guys report to the credit bureau?
mhm,
When do you report? So they gave me the date, and they're like, all their branches everywhere, they report within these 2 days.
mhm,
I think as at then they gave me fifth and sixth.
mhm,
So what I now did was, if I use the money like around on the 10th or 15th,
mhm.
I make sure I pay them all back by 25. Then the financial advisor also told me that one other thing I need to do that is not necessarily paying it back. That's not what boosts your credit. What boosts your credit is you want to maintain 30%. You want to make sure that
Below
you
30%.
below 30% expenses every
Mhm.
month. Initially, I look at that thing like, which kind of nonsense be this now? So you give me money, you give me $10,000 now. You can't dey expect say make I no spend more than 3,000. Mark they spend below 3,000
Ben,
every month.
I've tried that and the one why they own now will keep we'll keep they pay everything back now. Yeah.
Anyway, I did that and,
Yeah.
and it kind of works though.
Yeah,
It works.
I'm right
Yeah.
now my user rate is probably below 20% right
Yeah.
now. But because I've old and I'm paying it off.
Good.
So I don't
Good.
want to keep piling
And,
up the ones where I get.
and again, one other thing I learned about credit card management is that um those cards that really hurts you
Mhm.
are the small amounts cards.
You think so?
Yes, I'll give you an example. If you have a card for $10,000
Mhm.
and you spend $2,000 there, and
Mhm.
maybe every month you just put back the minimum. Every
Mhm.
month you pay back the minimum.
You putting back the minimum, your interest rate is going up. You know that?
Yeah. Now that's what a lot of people
Well,
do
not
though.
the interest rate. Your interest rate is but you're paying interest on that.
You are paying more interest on the two thousand
Mhm.
dollars. Now, if you have another card, and let's say that card is $1,000,
Mhm.
maybe the total value of the card is $1,000,
Mhm.
and you spent 900,
Mhm.
800 or 900
Mhm.
from that card,
Mhm.
then when you want to pay back, you only pay the minimum payment. That 1,000 card hurts you more than the 10,000 where you spend 2,000. I learned all that.
Oh, because you're spending close to 90% of that on that credit card.
Exactly.
Okay,
So that card, you might look at it. I know the card is small, my brother, because I
I
remember
get your point.
when
Yeah,
I was going to buy a house, I checked everything. I was good, but still, my credit was not going up as expected.
because you're maxing out most of your smaller
Yes,
credit
and
card.
guess what? I have all these card and everything that are looking fine. I didn't spend the money there good. But then I
Small
have
ones.
this line of credit of $1,500.
Mm.
I've spent the whole thing. I spent like 1,300 out of it.
Mhm.
And I was just paying like just drop $70 times $80,
And it
150.
wasn't
No
no significant
effect.
change. Yeah.
So when I went to my account officer and be like, "What's going on? I've been keeping everything good on my credit.
Yeah.
This thing is not going up." He now looks at it and says, "Mr. Ben, this is your problem. The credit line. Try to maintain at least below 30%. I'm like,
so yeah, wow, I've learned
Yeah.
something today. So like 30% on all your credit cards.
all
And
your
then,
credit
and then
card.
generally together less than 30%.
Exactly. That's what boosts your credit so fast. So when he told me, what I did was I now made a lump sum pay into my credit line until I was just owing only $100 balance. Bruce,
It ain't jumped up.
3 months, my credit went to 640 from 580.
Your credit is bad.
I tell you.
640.
I tell you, that was how terrible it was.
For people that don't know, 640 is a terrible credit.
Man, what am I gonna do? Is it not good then? 580.
Then what have you been doing? 640 is a terrible credit.
That was back then. That was then.
And I just, everybody, we should be aiming at least 700 if you get a new.
Okay, Bruce. Maybe when you have bills to pay and money no reach and you get plenty card, you go know as they go.
Ben, you be rich man, don't worry.
So what happened was that when my credit went to 640, so I was so happy because now I saw what was going on. Then I started fixing every other thing, and then it got to 680. And then it was time to buy a house.
You went up to 680.
And everything was so cool. And we achieved all this under 6 months. From the day I went to that bank and the banker told me this line of credit, everything. 6 months, the thing was just like jumpy. Because
did you share that information or you were holding the information?
I share it to everybody after I bought.
So why am I hearing this for the first time? And how
because
long
Bruce,
this house?
You didn't tell me you want to manage
to
credit.
Tell you.
Yeah, you should have told me.
We talked about information hunt. So you went to a bank. They shared all this valuable information to you, and I'll be your paddy. And I'm hearing it for the first time.
Now African team. I'm guilty as charged. African team, man.
See what team they talk.
All right. Okay, Bruce Lynn. It's been a wonderful time with you, man.
I had a good time.
Thank you for everything we shared today.
This podcast, I say, we'll see, Sha.
Oh, it's cool, man. I love it. This is how I pass my time. I just chill, make 1 or 2 recordings, and just move on. Thank you, Bruce, for coming. And if you're watching for the first time, please, if you are watching this from BTS Podcast official YouTube channel, please subscribe to the channel. We are still looking for more subscribers so we can at least monetize our content. If you're watching from 365 Media, please give us thumbs up and share. Thank you very much. And if you see this on Facebook, please follow our channel on Facebook. If you have any question, drop it below. Anything about credit card, we're going to do the research together. And please give shout out or thumbs up to my bro, Bruce Lee. Fine boy.
We need to bring some of our other friends. We need to have this thing going on in Nigeria now. This politics should be our topic the next time. Maybe we have like all our guys and we just make noise and record ourselves.
Okay, maybe when we're having our next boys hangout.
It might be another good because everyone's trying to have a good time. Maybe one day, maybe on the weekend or something, everybody would call some people over and then.
So we can talk about Peter Obi, Emilio Con, Articulate, and everybody.
Even Showore said they talked about Showore on Sunday.
Don't bring Showore. I don't want to talk about that dude, man.
Now, so
I'm not discriminating. Maybe when we get to that political calculation, we'll talk about it.
We need to have that discussion. Yeah, so I love the way it is going on in Nigeria now. So
yeah, that's good, Bruce. Thank you for your time. God bless you, my friend. I really appreciate you, Bruce Lee. God bless you. Okay, everybody. My name is Beno. Bye.
Wow, this thing 1 hour. We don't stay here 1 hour. And it didn't feel like it was 1 hour.
Yeah.
This was fun.
Yeah.